He grabbed my hand, pleading for a home. I couldn't just ignore him. As we were walking to the library in the park, we suddenly heard the rustling of leaves. It was a kitten. We were overjoyed to find such a precious kitten, but then sadness crept in. The kitten seemed so alone, with no sign of its mother nearby, which made us very worried. How could this tiny kitten survive out here all by itself? Still, we hoped its mother might be close by. So, we began searching the area where the kitten had appeared, hoping to spot its mother or siblings. There was an old tree nearby, and we prayed that the kitten wouldn't be completely alone, as it needed a home. We searched every nook and cranny, peering into dark hiding spots, but we found no one. Feeling disheartened, we returned to the kitten, who still looked as lonely as before. Gently, we stroked its tiny head and promised to help it in any way we could. Next, we decided to search further into the neighborhood, but we still found no family nearby. However, when we returned, the kitten ran toward us, as if pleading, "Please don't leave me alone." As it darted around us, meowing, we scooped it up and softly whispered, "You're coming with us." A sweet little soul like this didn't deserve to face this harsh world alone, it deserved a loving home. While exploring, we discovered some children had found another adorable kitten, possibly from the same litter. They took turns petting it, showering it with love. But the older adults in their family quickly stopped them from playing with the kitten too long, making us think they weren't its owners. Reluctantly, the children said goodbye, leaving the poor kitten alone once again. Despite this, the kitten greeted us warmly, even stretching out a tiny paw as if to shake hands. Its big, pleading eyes seemed to say, "Please take me home with you." It was heartbreaking to see such an innocent kitten without its mother's care nearby. We tried to distract the kitten with playful activities and gave it a sweet treat to brighten its mood. It devoured the treat eagerly, clearly showing it hadn't eaten in a while. We couldn't help but feel excited at the thought of giving this lively kitten the home it deserved. Soon after, a family arrived, charmed by the kitten's cuteness, and showered it with affection. They started taking pictures of it, but it was clear they weren't its owners either. Seeing the family adore the kitten warmed our hearts, even if only for a fleeting moment. However, as we feared, they soon left, leaving the kitten alone once more. Later, 2 college students appeared and took photos of the confused kitten, while we grew increasingly anxious about the whereabouts of its mother and any other siblings. We knew we had to find its family or at least ensure the kitten and its siblings were safe and cared for. As the students walked away, the kitten chased after them, as if begging, "Won't you take me with you?" It was deeply upsetting to see people admire the kitten but then abandon it without helping. It seemed like this cycle of attention and abandonment would never end for the kitten. Finally, we decided that if no one claimed ownership within the next hour, we would take both kittens home. These fragile, innocent souls deserved a place where they would be loved and cared for unconditionally. As we comforted one of the kittens, a couple approached and asked if they could take a picture of it. Surprisingly, they expressed interest in adopting the kitten but hesitated when they learned about the second one. They explained that they could only care for one kitten due to time constraints. While we deeply appreciated their kindness, we gently took the kitten back into our arms to keep them together. Despite our efforts, none of our teammates spotted the mother cat, leaving us no choice but to act. However, our search for the mother cat and other kittens wasn't over. So we decided to explore the other side of the park. To our amazement, we found a third kitten from the same litter, and our hearts leaped with joy. This adorable kitten was hiding in the trunk of the old tree, perhaps waiting for its mother. Soon, we gently brought it into our caring arms, filled with happiness. At that moment, we spotted a cat with fur resembling one of the kittens, so we brought the kitten closer to it. The cat sniffed the kitten cautiously for a while, but something felt off, and we could sense it too. Without warning, the cat bolted away, as if the kitten were a stranger from another world. Hoping to bond with the cat, we placed some food nearby as a peace offering. But the cat remained wary of humans and fled again, avoiding all interaction. Meanwhile, as one of our teammates held the third kitten, we discovered a fourth kitten from the same litter. Look at this kitten. It's eating cake and cookies, probably left by a kind visitor, we exclaimed. Scattered wrappers nearby suggested someone had recently brought food for this little kitten. This kind gesture warmed our hearts, and we silently thanked the stranger for caring for the kitten. Gently, we set the kitten down and gave it a creamy wet food treat to ensure it got proper nutrients. Thankfully, the kitten eagerly ate most of the food, leaving us relieved and happy. We noticed the cake and cookies were partially eaten, showing how hungry it had been. Next, we scanned the area for any other kittens that might still need help. Finding no more kittens nearby, we returned to check on the first kitten we had rescued. Though we were thrilled to have found the fourth kitten, the mother cat was still missing. We provided a healthy meal for the kittens before setting off to take them home. But soon, crows began circling overhead, drawn by the smell of the food we had set out. The kittens eagerly started eating their meal, clearly starving from being alone for so long. We couldn't help but wonder how long it had been since they'd had a proper meal. They ate voraciously, finishing nearly everything, as if they hadn't eaten in days. Meanwhile, the other two kittens also enjoyed a similar hearty meal we had prepared for them. Help us name these two sweet kittens by sharing your suggestions in the comments below. Once they were full, we gently gathered them to bring them into our care. How could we leave these precious souls to face the harshness of a cold winter night? Finally, we set off to give them a warm, loving home, but a health check would be our first stop. On the way, we stumbled upon a fifth kitten, and to our surprise, a sixth kitten was sitting nearby. The fifth kitten was nibbling on a boiled egg, likely brought by a kind neighbor in the area. The adorable kitten seemed so focused on its meal that it didn't notice us despite our attempts to get its attention. Meanwhile, the sixth kitten had a face covered in milk, looking both messy and adorable. As we approached, we realized it clearly didn't know how to drink milk from a cup. And it seemed so hungry that it couldn't wait to drink the milk from the cup. Slowly, the kitten moved toward us, as if pleading, "Can you take me to a warm home?" We lovingly petted and picked it up, reassuring it that we would soon take it to a safe home. Finding all 6 siblings filled us with boundless joy, though the absence of their mother saddened us greatly. Our teammates asked neighbors about the mother cat and learned she had abandoned them 2 weeks ago. It was heartbreaking to think these tiny beings would now grow up without their mother's love and care. Finally, we embraced all 6 kittens and began the journey, first to the clinic. At the clinic, all the kittens were checked for illnesses, and thankfully, only one needed extra care as it was slightly weak. This was the mother cat we had found along the way, and since her fur resembled the kittens, we rescued her too. In the end, the mother cat and all 6 of her kittens were brought to their forever, cozy home. We were overjoyed to have given them all the environment they truly deserved. One by one, we placed all the kittens and their mother on a soft mat so they could start exploring the room. However, the mother cat quickly claimed a cozy cat house, and we hoped she would accept her kittens. All the adorable kittens began sniffing and exploring the toys and objects placed in the room. We knew they would find this home a perfect place to live forever, and they seemed to feel at ease here. We made sure to keep them active and petted them when they came near us, and it looked so adorable. How could they enjoy this happy, joyful life if they had stayed in that harsh environment outside? And we ensured they stayed with other rescued cats so they wouldn't feel lonely and could live in their own community. Later, the mother cat lay down beside all her kittens, showing she was very likely their mother. Feeling happy, we gave them sweet treats, hoping to help them feel even more comfortable. Don't all these cats and kittens deserve a forever home where all their needs are met and they're treated with love, truly? Afterward, the mother cat was brought a delicious meal to keep her strength in her new home. She immediately began eating the meal, showing how tasty it was to her. If we hadn't seen her on the way today, we wouldn't have been able to save her. Please suggest adorable names for her and her precious kittens in the comments. Help us save more precious souls from living in the cold. Please donate.